Hello, I'm Mr. Pleasant Books. For this book talk, we'll be discussing the second book in the Zombie Fallout series, A Plague Upon Your Family. This starts right after the first book. And Mike and his family have just been rescued. They're still on the back of the big rig, hanging on until they can get to safety. It follows Mike and his family as they head up to North Dakota and then eventually, hopefully, get out to the East Coast to try to find Tracy's family and then the rest of Mike's family to see who all survived. It's the story of BT shows up and how he and Mike become friends and become really close. And their dynamic is really good in this book. It's humorous, it's funny, it follows along with the story and really adds to it when BT and Mike start hanging out. We also get to find out that evil does have a name. And in this book, there is a big evil character. I'm not going to tell you the name right now. I don't remember if that's in the description, but I'm not going to say it myself so that you can read it and find out just how bad things are going to get for the family and why it's called A Plague Upon Your Family. Well, that's going to be it for the non-spoilers. Okay, I wish I had the hardback or the paperback, just the physical book, but this one I actually read on the Kindle. I read Kindle and I listen to Audible a lot, so I don't always have the physical book with me, especially since you can see how small my bookshelf is since I used to move around a lot. I don't carry many books on me anymore. But I hope to get a lot of the physical books once I find a more settled home, bigger place to live in. But anyways, on to this. The Zombie Fallout 2, A Plague Upon Your Family. This book, like I said, starts off right when Mike's being saved, and something that we find out is that Tommy is related to Alex. Alex didn't know this, which, you know, they explain why Alex didn't know it. But you gotta wonder why his wife didn't know it. I mean, he had to have talked about Tommy, and because even in the first book, he mentions just how big and strong Tommy is, and how he wished he had 50 more Tommies to help him fix things, but his wife didn't I guess recognize the description, although it's how do you not recognize a 250-pound smiling, mentally handicapped, managed to pull candy and Pop-Tarts out of his pockets all the time individual? Don't know, but his wife didn't know it. She also has come across as kind of catatonic, so maybe that's why she didn't make the connections like she should have. But anyway, yeah, Tommy's related to the family. And then, speaking of Tommy, we find out that he can actually get into your dreams, and Henry shows up in this dream world that Tommy projects into people's minds to let them know that he's there and that you can trust him. You know, so it's really showing that Tommy, like I said, if he's not a psychic, he's projectionist or he's a telepath or something like that. That just he can talk to people and let them know what's going on over distances, and he can see. Maybe not precisely the future, but he can kind of see a stream of the future. It's a really neat ability that Tommy has. And Mike and everyone else almost trust him, like Mike trusts him implicitly. Everyone else is a little hesitant, but Mike, if Tommy says it's safe, if Tommy says it's okay, Mike, alright, sounds good. I'll go with it being okay and it's being safe. And then BT. I'm glad he did bring BT back. BT was in the back of the truck. He was one of the people that Alex saved as he was leaving Little Turtle. And it's really good because BT and Mike just almost seem to have an instant connection in this book. They just draw close to each other. They seem to start caring about each other very fast, and that they care about each other a lot. They become really good friends really quickly. And there's this wonderful moment where they find out about a second type of zombie. There's the regular zombies, the deaders that just walk normal, but then they find out there's speeders, ones that can run at you full tilt and not stop because they're zombies. They don't ever get tired. They don't run out of air. And they don't see a reason to stop running as fast as they can until they hit you and take you down. And after they've just killed their first speeder, they have this, again, wonderful moment where BT is yelling at Mike, and Mike responds back to him, and BT's, oh man, I'm just messing with you. And you can see right there, that's when the friendship starts, and it just goes on beautifully and perfectly from there. Even with Mike's germaphobe coming up, so he doesn't want to take the canteen from BT to get a drink, and that starts getting BT mad because he's starting to think Mike's a racist, and Tracy steps in and saves Mike from getting beaten into a pulp because BT is just a big man and he is strong. Like, they have to move these prison bars, and BT lifts, and these things must weigh like 1,000 pounds, and BT moves them pretty much by himself. That is a big, strong man, and that's somebody you don't want to meet in a dark alley. You don't want to meet in bright daylight if this man is pissed at you. He's just a big, strong dude. But he's there for Mike, and even when Mike goes off on those weird tangents in his mind that make no sense but are absolutely hilarious, BT is still with him, still trusts him, and still pushes forward with him. Even when they split from Alex and Paul and Mr. No and the family, and a lot of other people decide to head with Alex to Florida, and Mike and his family head towards North Dakota to see Tracy's mom, BT goes with him because he trusts Mike that much and he likes Mike that much, and it's just a really great friendship that Mark Tufo brings up in this book between BT and Mike. Then we have Eliza. That's the big bad evil for the books. That's the female zombie that kissed him in the first book. You know, the one that seemed different than all the other zombies. And it's in the beginning of the book, he tells a little like blurb about her, and I think she's a vampire because she's lived for centuries. She drinks blood, but she was affected by the virus. But then again, she seems to be coming back from it, and she wants Tommy. She says that, you know, she can speak through Justin, which is creepy as all get out, because he was scratched, so he's got that little bit of taint in him. So she can speak through Justin. Says she wants Tommy, and I'm like 100% sure she's a vampire, just from the way he describes her in the beginning of the book. So he brings in a world of vampires and a world of zombies into this series. And then another bad that shows up, and this is a really kind of sad bad, is that Durgan shows back up. Eliza didn't kill him, and she can control the zombies. It seems like she can keep them held back, and she gives Durgan this ability too, because Durgan wants to kill Mike so much, as she keeps him alive and sends him after. And Durgan, being the jerk and just horrible human being that he is, Jed from the first book has been bitten, turned into a zombie. He brings Jed with him and sends him towards Mike just to mess with Mike. Even puts a little note on his name tag on him that says "Found you." And Durgan, I mean, Eliza is the big bad evil, but Durgan in this book is the jerk, the a-hole, the person that you just don't want to be around. Yeah, because he's just cruel and vicious and mean in this book. And I really hope he gets killed. And I don't know, I'm still just on the second book, so I'm hoping at some point here Durgan dies, because he needs to die. And Eliza, yeah, bad, but Durgan so far is taking me off far more than Eliza is. And now Tracy's mom is living where I would actually prefer to live. I live in a city right now, which I don't like, but her mom lives way out in the country, in the middle of nowhere, which is like the best place to be for a zombie apocalypse, because you got your own food source, you can grow your own foods, and no people are going to really be coming around, because you're in the middle of nowhere. Why are people going to hunt you down out there? You're going to be safe. That's where I'd prefer myself. So it's, good on Tracy's mom, and Tracy's mom, unlike Tracy, believes in guns and believes in shooting people who are bad. So again, good on Tracy's mom. Still don't like Tracy. Still not a fan of her, but her mom seems like a good lady. I think I could get along with her mom. And then the book ends with Mike getting shot by a crossbow. And the zombie horde led by Durgan has attacked Tracy's mom's house. They burn it down to try to kill as many zombies as they can. Hopefully get Eliza and Durgan if they're in there. If not, just, again, as many zombies as they can. But as they're getting away, because the military showed up to save them, because Brendan brought the military, as they're trying to travel away, Mike gets hit with a crossbow from somebody. They don't explain who yet. That must be in the third book. And he passes out. So he's once again injured really badly, and he's out. BT has been shot in the leg, so he's limping and he's hurt. Several people have died. Jen, Igor, a couple of others. But that's how the book ends. Looking forward to reading book 3 to see how Mike survives, how BT survives, and what happens with everybody. Hopefully Durgan died in the fire. If not, hopefully he'll die in the 3rd book. Fingers crossed. But yeah, anyways, that's how the book ends. I hope you enjoyed this. Hope you liked it. Leave a comment. Thank you for listening. Bye.